Ricardo Moreira, a veteran detective, was about to retire with an impeccable career. Known for his ability to solve impossible cases, he was respected by his colleagues and feared by criminals. But there was one case he could never forget: the murder of an influential politician, which occurred 20 years ago and remained unsolved. The case had been closed due to lack of evidence, but for Ricardo, it had always been a thorn in his side. During a review of old files, Ricardo finds a new, unexpected lead: a forgotten witness, a homeless man who lived on the streets at the time of the crime. Accompanied by his young assistant, Clara, Ricardo decides to find the man. Ricardo, Clara, this lead might be our last chance. We need to find this homeless man before it's too late. Clara, I have an idea of where he might be. Let's check the city shelter. He should be there. When they arrive at the shelter, they find João, the homeless man, in poor health. Ricardo introduces himself and explains the situation. Ricardo, João, my name is Ricardo Moreira. I'm investigating the case of the murder of Enrique Costa, and you were mentioned as a possible witness. João, with a weak voice and trembling, responds, I saw what happened that night, but I'm afraid. Many have already died because of this secret. Ricardo, don't worry, I'm here to ensure your protection. Tell me what you saw. João reveals crucial details, and Ricardo realizes that the corruption wasn't only among the criminals but also within the police department. Following the trail of evidence, he discovers that his former mentor, Marcos Vasconcelos, was involved in the cover-up. Ricardo, Marcos, we need to talk. I found new evidence about the Costa case and... Marcos interrupts. There's nothing new, Ricardo. This case has already been closed. It's better to leave it behind. Ricardo, I can't. The evidence points to you being involved. Why are you stopping me from moving forward? Marcos, visibly nervous, responds, Ricardo, you don't understand what you're saying. Sometimes, it's necessary to protect something bigger than us. You're messing with forces you don't comprehend. Ricardo, forces that may have destroyed lives. I won't give up until the truth is revealed. The tension rises, and Ricardo decides to press on. As he is about to deliver the evidence to the prosecutor, he is kidnapped and taken to an isolated location. There, he finds the real culprit, Eduardo Costa, the son of the murdered politician. Eduardo, with a cold smile, Welcome, Ricardo. I thought you'd never make it here. You're more persistent than I thought. Ricardo, you're the real killer. Why? Eduardo, my father was a tyrant. He suffocated everyone around him. I planned everything to get rid of him and take control of the family business. Marcos just did the dirty work for me. Ricardo, and the homeless man, he was telling the truth. Marcos was just covering up what you did. Eduardo, yes, and now, if you don't give up, I'll destroy the lives of everyone you love. Think carefully, Ricardo. You have no choice. Faced with the threat, Ricardo realizes he has no way out. He decides to destroy the evidence and close the case to protect his family and save what's left of his career. He faces Eduardo one last time. Ricardo, I understand what you're saying. I will destroy the evidence and close this investigation. Eduardo, satisfied, good choice. Just remember, the truth can be a double-edged sword. Defeated, Ricardo reflects on his decision while sitting on a park bench, observing the people around him. He understands the bitter lesson that sometimes the cost of revealing the truth can be too high and that, to protect those we love, silence might be the only option.